Hello everyone, here is the Python CLI tool to fetch the research articles from the National Library of Medicine database based on the user queries. So user can pass the queries. I will quickly show you when I will demonstrate this project. But before I demonstrate this project, I have to tell you that this CLI tool fetches the only research papers who basically the authors of the research papers have to be one of the following categories, that is biotech or pharmaceutical. Alright, let's quickly walk through the usage of this tool. So I am using Poetry as my dependency management and packaging tool, and next with Python I will just run my Python scripts. I'll put a h flag to my CLI tool to show the usage. Here is the usage, so I can see the positional arguments, papers. So I'll do show papers, therefore you can get to see what goes on. I will pass the query as it's a query cancer research probably, and therefore the max to fetch the max number of results, and therefore I will push as the file name as the cancers. Alright, it will generate a CSV file outputting the data result. Let's see, it's generated. Let's see, it has generated the output folder. So if I get to see what's inside the output folder, I get to see it is cancer.csv. so I can just do simply cat over the file, CSV file. You can see all the headers is PubMed ID, company affiliations, non-academic authors, corresponding author email, publication date and title. Now let's walk you through the code base. Okay, give me a minute, give me a few seconds. Here is the code base, the main functions over here. Here is the parser I am using. Here I am adding a subparser, and to the subparser I am describing the what actually this subparser does, and therefore the arguments I am adding. As you can see, this file and query and max, it's a positional argument, and the position and record argument, that is query. You cannot keep the query string as empty. You have to pass the query parameter, pass the query argument to the command line tool, otherwise it won't parse it. It will show a runtime error because it's a required field, and therefore there is another thing which is a debug. This debug mode, what it does basically is it is not a position argument, it just takes a flag which is a D. If you put this D, the entire Python code execution will be debugged, so you can just pause your execution and get into the whole text to see what the hell what is going on actually on there. Therefore I will go to the PubMed.py. Here I am using these two URLs. The first one is some base URL, and therefore to the eSearch endpoint I am querying with the actual query string, and the return mode is JSON, so it will give out a JSON response. Therefore I can parse it to the actual response. So I will show you that the parser, and based on the JSON response I actually extract out, destructure the tuple, that is the parse JSON response to you. The parse JSON returns with a tuple of two string, which is on the web environment and a query key. Alright, and to the if fetch query endpoint, I just pass to the query parameters, which is query key and the web environment, and the max number of results that we need to fetch is passed to this function call, and therefore to this HTTP query, to the HTTP endpoint, and as a query parameter, and this is passed as an argument to this fetch function by the user, and therefore whatever the data we get from there, I know that I have tested it before, that's an XML response, so therefore we parse XML data, and we from the parse data we write this parse data to the CSV file. That's pretty much it. It does nothing else, it's just parse JSON. I will show you the parsers now. It's parser parses a JSON result, and therefore it parses a XML string, and therefore it commits the entire XML as the entire XML as the list of dictionary. You can see the type, so it fetches the records based on the articles, and it appends to the list which I have created as a Python list, and every time it fetches a record, you just append to the articles. In-memory representation, which is you know very well, and the list is iterator. So we store the records into this program memory or the process memory, to be specific the process memory space, and therefore we return and pass to the CSV file, and actually it does what you can see. This is against the CSV and the CSV utility over here. Where did it go? There is your CSV utility. Yes, there is the CSV utility. We write to the CSV file, so we pass the file name. It actually creates out related to the project root, and therefore it appends the file, and it opens as a write mode, so you can write a bunch of encoded into the CSV format, and the delimiter is new line delimiter is over here, you can see, and the headers you can see, and once it writes, it passes all these things from in memory to the disk, and therefore the program stops, the process is cleaned up, and all things happens. This is what I have built